So in this last class we have done till coplanar concrete force. Okay, so once again I will do the revisions, what are the type of forces, and then we'll go ahead. Okay, so this here classification of forces. So depending upon the relative positions, the point of applications of forces will be depend. Okay, means first one consider is collinear force. Collinear force means all the like this way. This is the point. One is lying on this directions F1, and another is what in the opposite directions with F2. Okay, if the force acting on the same line, then is said to be collinear. If the force systems in which all the forces having the same line, then is said to be collinear force, right? Like force in the rope. Consider one person is what here is pulling in the rope, another person is what here. So all the forces will lie on the which direction? So only in the rope only. It will not go up, right? This is what rope, ya wire, ya string. So that all the forces will lie on the one line. That is called as collinear force. Understood? Next is called as coplanar force. Coplanar parallel force. Okay, so if the force system in which all the forces lie in the same plane means maybe in direction will be different, like this way directions, yeah, this direction, yeah, this direction. Okay, then it's said to be coplanar forces. Okay, like consider this is the notebook here and this is the copy. Okay, yeah, notebook, yeah, textbook. All the forces you are lying in the this parallel to this. All the forces are parallel. Okay, then is said to be coplanar parallel forces. Maybe the directions is opposite, but all the forces lie on the parallel in the same plane. Understood till here? So force या load supported reactions in the case of beam. I consider beam means like consider this is the overbridge. So here pillar will be there, right? Here pillar will be there. Okay. So this forces is this direction. All is what parallel to each other. Then is said to be coplanar parallel forces. Any doubt till here? Third one is coplanar concurrent forces. It is a force in which next is coplanar concurrent forces. Okay, in the force system which all the forces are lying in the same plane. This is the plane x-axis and y-axis, and lines of the force meet in the single point, like this one is moving to the this direction, yeah, this direction, maybe any directions. Okay, that is called as coplanar concurrent forces. Like which one we have done so far, all the problems is like this way was there, no? Any object, yeah, any hook, yeah, any block was there, going on in the different directions. The forces what apply on the different directions, right? That is called as coplanar concurrent forces. Getting? Example, tell me what you can write the example for this one. This block, consider this block, somebody is pulling in this direction, yeah, this direction, yeah, textbook consider your friend this way, yeah, this way, another way, there three way they are pulling it. So this is called as all the forces lying on the this point only. So that's why it's called as coplanar concurrent forces, right? Fourth is non-coplanar concurrent force. Okay, so these two are very important. Non-coplanar concurrent forces means this is the consider this is the block here, and forces applied on the different directions. Getting here? Direction means consider this is what F1, different directions and different positions. This is F1. Another force may be applied this position also. Yeah, maybe here also. Okay, maybe this side also. Okay, So this is called as non-coplanar concurrent forces, because all the forces are not at one point, right? All the forces are not at one point. So these two are important here, and this one already we have finished. Coplanar concurrent force was what you have to find: total horizontal forces, total vertical forces, right? And then resultant, horizontal square plus vertical square, and alpha, angle of resultant along with x-axis, vertical by horizontal. Sorry, these are lying on the different directions and different positions. So see here, this object, if this block is given here, somebody is pulling in this direction, yeah, any directions here, this object will be moved finally with some resultant, right? This resultant already we have find it here, and alpha we find it angle of resultant along with x-axis, right? So, but in the non-coplanar, if you given, like consider this is the big block, okay, big block here, consider this is any box, somebody is pulling in this direction, somebody is pulling this direction, okay. So what will happen, it will rotate also, okay, because this is large block only, no, and different forces are applied, is not applied on the same point, then can be rotate also. So in this, if non-coplanar concurrent forces is given, so we have to find this horizontal forces, all the horizontal forces, okay, yeah, algebraic sum of all horizontal forces, right? And vertical is algebraic sum of all vertical forces. And the resultant is horizontal square plus vertical square. Listen here first. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of vertical by horizontal. Okay, this all you have to find it. This like a same only like a previous which one you have studied for the coplanar concurrent force. You have to find for this also. Vertical by horizontal. Okay, horizontal forces also have to find, vertical forces also have to find, resultant you have to find, and angle of resultant along with horizontal also have to find. Apart from that, we have to find the momentum. Momentum is equal to force into perpendicular distance. This will be determined, this object will rotate, yeah, how much force is required, yeah, is generated because for the rotations, yeah, how much force is what generated for the rotation, that will determine by the momentum. Momentum is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Getting here? So this momentum also have to find along with this horizontal forces and vertical forces and resultant and alpha, and this is momentum is equal to force into perpendicular distance, F into D. Any doubt till here? Momentum formula is force into perpendicular distance. How to find it I will tell you in the programs, but keep in mind the formula now. Okay, so one you have to find, second have to find, third you have to find, fourth and fifth have to find this D. Okay, compute the momentum arm. This one is called as momentum, yeah, moment arm. Okay, so this one is equal to this total momentum by resultant, and you can write it here also, x intercept, which is momentum by summation of, if x intercept you are finding, then you write with the y, divide with the y, getting, and if y intercept you are finding, then you write momentum by summation of x. Okay, what its meaning here, we consider this is so many forces, you got it here and you got the resultant here. Okay, resultant may be not necessary will be in this, or it will start from the origin, maybe this is the resultant. Okay, this is the force and this is the resultant. Consider this direction is going. So this is the D. Okay, this is the D, which is D is equal to momentum by resultant. Okay, and x intercept this one and y intercept is this. So x intercept we will write it what? This one here, x intercept is equal to summation momentum by f of y and comma 0, and x intercept will write summation of momentum by f of x comma 0. Any doubt till here? Called as moment arm. Okay, a momentum arm. So we also called as, this is D is the distance of resultant along with distance of resultant from the origin. Distance of resultant from origin. Getting here, what is D? So this is the value of D. Where it will be intersect on the x axis, that you can write it sigma of m by y. And y intercept if you want to find, then you can write summation of momentum by x. Getting here? So now see the problem, then you will get it. Yes. Consider the question is given this one. This is the block is given here. And this is given, one force is 80 Newton with the angle 30 degree. This one is 60 degrees given, the 60 Newton is given, and this one is given here another force. This is F is 40 Newton with the angle 30 degree. Getting? This one is given here. So consider here, this is given here, so we have to find the resultant and consider this A, B and C and D. This one is given here, and each having the distance is 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter and 3 meter is given. Find the resultant and momentum at point O, point A. Okay, find the resultant of this whole systems, and momentum you find along with this point A. Okay, so first to find the resultant. Resultant for the finding we required horizontal forces and vertical forces. So we can write here 80 cos 30. This one 80 sin 30. This one is 40 cos 30. This one 40 sin 30, right? So horizontal forces is equal to what you can write? 80 cos 30, and this is opposite directions, minus 40 cos of 30. Vertical forces is how much you can write? Upward is going this one, 40 sin 30 plus 80 sin 30 minus 60. Okay, so this value and this value tell me. So resultant is equal to, we can write it here, 34.64 whole square and plus 0 square, right? So 34.64. So alpha is equal to, write tan inverse of 0 by 34.64, which is tan inverse of 0. So alpha is equal to 0 degree, which means alpha is 0 degree, means this resultant is moving along with x axis. Okay, this is the resultant. 34.64. Now you find the momentum. So see here, momentum you have to find about A. This one carefully you try to understand in the first time. So here momentum is A. Momentum at A you have to find it. Momentum formula is what? Force into the force. Consider first one, I am taking this one, at cos of 30, right? At cos 30, force into perpendicular distance. Here this is the force is going on, this is the force, right? And perpendicular means shortest distance from this point to A. So if you see here, this one, it's coming parallel, coming to the same point, right? So the perpendicular distance is 0. Getting here? No. Tell me yes or no. See here once again. Momentum about A we are finding here. So we are taking the first force is this, at cos of 30. Getting here? This one is force which is given here. Okay, consider this is your college bus. This is college bus. And the point which you have to find, consider this is your home. Okay, bus can go only a straight. You can keep in mind, they should not take turn anywhere. So where you have to come to catch the bus? This bus will directly come to your come to your home only, right? This bus can go a straight here, so directly will come to the what? At a point only, no? So distance is how much? 0. Next to check out. Consider this force, 80 sin 30. 80 sin 30 is this direction it's going, right? So what I said, force is your college bus. So this college bus is going in this route, and it can go only a straight here. So where you have to come to catch the bus? Here you have to come, right? So how much you have to travel? 3 meters. So this one is into 3, right? Again 60 here. This 60. This also is what? Your college bus only. So it's going to the straight. It's going to the straight. So where you have to come to catch the bus? Again we have to come to B, right? You have to come to the B to catch the bus. So you can write 60 into 3, right? Next is 40 cos 30. This one. 40 cos 30, again this is bus route. It will go a straight here. So where you have to come to catch the bus? At D, right? So this is 3. You can write 40 cos 30 into all the forces into this one I have written here. So now sign here. So clockwise direction consider as a positive. This is the clockwise direction, so consider as a positive. So anti-clockwise directions you have to consider as a negative. Understood this one here? This is 80 cos 30 into 0. The 0 into anything is 0, so you have to not worry about this is positive or negative. Leave it this. This one, 80 sin 30. 80 sin 30 is what? It's moving upward. Okay? And the resultant of this force is what? This side only, no? This is 80. So it's moving from here to here, like clockwise direction, so this will be positive. 60 into 3. When directly downward is there, you write it when directly downward is there, then negative, upward is there, then positive. Already you know if the horizontal is given, right? That only we follow. 60 into 3 is what? Negative here. Understood till here? Why? Because it's going downward. This one tell me, 40 cos 30 into 3. 40 cos 30 is this side. Anti-clockwise is how? So towards the resultant is this, which side? This side only, no? So from here to here, this which direction is? So this is plus, and this is 0 already there, so no need to think only. So momentum about A, how much you got? 80 sine 30 into 3, sorry, this is 3, minus 60 into 3, A 180 plus 40 cos 30 into 3. Calculate and tell me. 43.92. So this is the resultant only. This Newton is given, yeah, kilonewton is given, you write it here. And we have to not worried about what is D and all. Resultant you got it, you mark it here resultant. Okay, resultant how much you got? 5.88. Where you have written 5. Okay, I deleted. So resultant is what? 5.88. This one. This D you can find. This D is equal to summation of momentum of any point A divided by resultant. Momentum how much you got? 43.92 divided by resultant. Resultant how much? 5.88. You can find the value of D. X intercept you can write summation of momentum divided by summation of f of y. 43.92 divided by summation of f of y. F of y I have already deleted. Whatever the horizontal vertical forces we have written, no, that one you have to write it. How much we got that time? We didn't calculate. 0 here. Okay, and x intercept, who is this? Y intercept, momentum of A by summation of horizontal forces. 43.92 divided by how much we got? 34.64. So how we got resultant here? 5.88. We taken the square root again. Why a square root? Already a square root is there. No, wrong. R is for 34. That a square is there. Horizontal forces is equal to 34.66. Yeah, 64. Resultant is equal to this one whole square. Whole square and this one cancel. This is already 0. This and this get cancelled only. So how much you will get? 34.64 only. Then this is 34.64. And this is 0. So you'll get it infinity here. Anything divided by 0 means infinity, means 90 degrees. And this one you will get it something. Okay. So we can write it here like that. This resultant is, this is x axis, this is y axis. X intercept is infinity. Okay, x into yes, free body diagram, write it. So x intercept means this one, and y intercept is this one. So 1.26 we got it here. So you can write it here. This is 0 and 1.26. Okay, this force is what moving on the which direction? This is what? Sorry, 1.26. You intercept it here, and x is what? Interception is not there only. X intercept is infinity only, no. So it will go parallel to the x axis. Okay, this will be the resultant. Getting here? And that's why this D is what? Distance from this resultant from the origin. So if you find it, this one also will get it 1.26 only. So see here, we got it, this one also 1.26 only, no. So this is resultant distance, this D will be also 1.26, and this x will be infinity, means is not, never touch. Okay, and that's why in the question we got it vertical forces is what? 0 only, no. In this question only we got vertical forces is 0, because there is no any force in the y direction. Getting here? So this will be the free body diagrams for this one. Any doubt in this? This D equal to, find it here, momentum by resultant. So this is D, the distance from the this origin to resultant. So this is only D only, no, this distance. Origin is this, resultant is this. So this distance is D only. 1.26. Any doubt till here? This one if you do, this one if you can do it only when the x intercept and y intercept you got it, then only, no. I told just D is the distance, okay, of resultant from the origin. This one indication I said. Okay, this first you have to find x-intercept, y-intercept, you have to draw the line and then you can check the distance from the origin. Here x-intercept is not there, only y-intercept is there, going parallel to the x-axis. So distance from the origin to the resultant is what? This. Like D is parallel to y-axis means what? D is the distance. D is the distance from the origin to the resultant. You have to see here 200 Newton force acting on shown in figure at point C. You have to find the resultant first. Okay, and then find the momentum about A and find the momentum about point B also. Getting? So tell me here. So this one you can break it first. This is 200 cos 30. This is 200 sin 30, right? Only one force is there, so another force is not there. So horizontal force is equal to how much? 200 cos 30. Minus you correct because this side nothing is there. Vertical force is equal to minus 200 sin 30, right? This one. Yes or no? Resultant is equal to horizontal square plus vertical square. You will get it 200 only. And alpha is equal to, you will write tan inverse of this one sin 30 and cos 30. If you find it tan inverse, how much will you get? This 202 and cancel. Sin 30 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is 1 by root 3. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So you will get it 1 by root 3. Alpha is equal to 30 degree. Right? Yes or no? Tell me the momentum about A. So this is the point A. See here. This force. So this one is will go parallel to this distance, right? How much? 200 cos 30 times how much? 0.5. Positive and negative we'll see later. 200 sin 30 times this will go parallel this way. Okay, so you have to come here to catch the bus, right? 0.8. Getting? Tell me this one. Which is positive, which is negative? Hello? Can you hear me? Tell me the sign. So this is minus, and this is also coming downwards, so minus. So you'll get it to minus of 166 point how much? Calculate and find it. 166.6. Similarly, you can find the any doubt in this intercept.